Oh, it's like superpower. And that's like your type of music too. You really do make like something that's great for acoustic and live. Is that something you prefer doing, or do you like being at home and making the music and letting it do its thing?
I definitely love playing live. So in LA, I basically play a gig like once a month, like at least, yeah. Like I would say like the past since COVID, like since everything started opening up, I've been playing like once a month, just because like I don't know, like this last show I did, this one girl was singing back the song. Like I have a song, Summer of '99, and she was literally singing the words. It was only one person, but like
That's awesome.
it was like it's such a cool feeling. Like you don't really get that just being online.
Yeah.
You know?
You make great heartbreak music. And I wonder, do those songs come from real heartbreak?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like definitely. So my main focus as an artist was to be a writer first. I genuinely think like anybody can be a singer. Like most people, if they really want to do something, they can. Like, so I always loved singing, and like I kind of just knew I was always going to be a singer. But writing is what the craft is for me personally. So and that's like the hard part for me.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to focus on like feeling like I was working towards something, and like writing is something that is like my hard work in music. So yeah, it's definitely like life stories kind of thing.
Oh, you're a storyteller in your music. Like I believe it's called Stumble Home, correct?
Yeah.
I was listening down the way here. I was like, oh man, like
Thanks.
Like what was the inspiration behind that song?
So actually I went to a session with one of my producers, Scott, and I don't know, I just had this idea of like sometimes like songs that I write, I'll just go into the room and like start playing chords, and it'll kind of come out as like mumbles, and then through the mumbles you pick the words that you just kind of let go and say, because you kind of go into like, it's weird to describe, but if you write you would know. It's like you go into like this trance where it's like the words aren't even yours anymore, it's just like pouring out of you, and then you kind of like pick those words and like write around it. But yeah, it just kind of like all flowed out pretty easily.
And is that how you typically write?
Yeah, I would say so. I think like before COVID, I was writing to a lot of beats and stuff. Like I would get sent beats like during the pandemic, and it was cool to like write over them, but I'm a guitar player first, so I definitely loved like writing on guitar and kind of like having that freedom of like picking where the song goes next.
There's some country elements to it, sometimes more pop. Where do you like see yourself music?
Honestly, it's like just dependent on who's in the room with me, like the producer in the room. But I try and keep it really authentic. I like love so many different types of music, so I try not to like when I'm in the room making it, if it's like going in a certain direction, like just naturally for the song that I wrote, and like the best way to like make that song come to life. I try not to like really be like, no, it's like to this, like let's move it this way, and then like, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like such a art of like creating a song that I try not to like be so thingy with it. So sometimes it's like a little country, sometimes it's like really R&B, sometimes it's just straight acoustic where like anything we add just sounds so bad and like takes away from the lyrics, so we just like leave it at that. So I kind of just like let it do its thing.
Is there one you like to lean towards more, or do you like being an all around?
I wouldn't say so, like one particularly. I think I kind of have like different moods. I think it just depends on the type of music I listen to at that time. So I just like let it happen, really.
Who are your biggest influences?
So many. I always say this, but like my favorite artist of all time is Amy Winehouse, because like
makes sense.
I'm like a serial YouTuber where I'm just like, if I love an artist, I'll like watch every interview of them till like I'm done with them, and then I'll move on to the next. And I did that like as like homework for like writing, because I just kind of like watched every interview I could, being like, how did they write a song and like what was their process? But yeah, definitely Amy Winehouse. I love like Dolly Parton, Snow Allegra.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like the women in music
Mm-hmm.
are just like really inspiring to me.
Yeah. Amy Winehouse, have a core memory of like her doing the Michael Jackson song with someone on stage. You remember? I was like 8 years old. I was like, who is this person? This is crazy.
I know. I have a core memory of like hearing Rehab for the first time.
Yeah.
And like being like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing. And I was like probably 8 too. And I was just like, I didn't even know what I was singing about, but it was so good.
Yeah.
So I love,